The wife discovers her husband is having an affair. The other woman turns out to be her best friend, all because she couldn't find her husband at the fitness club. After experiencing a crisis, even the smallest things can trigger massive doubt. Trust completely falls apart. She returns home and unlocks her husband's phone. It's filled with pictures of their daughter. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Just when she thinks she's overthinking everything, a message suddenly comes in. She picks up the phone but barely has a chance to read it when her husband replies "on my way" and immediately deletes it. Seanmei thinks she must have seen it wrong. Then she suddenly remembers her husband wears a smartwatch. She immediately calls Lou, the company's tech guy, asking him to help track her husband's watch. The location shows a residential area. Though they can pinpoint the spot, there's a 30-meter margin of error. Seanmei decides to wait in her car. At this moment, her best friend calls. She heard about the attack and wants to check on her. She also says that Seanmei is now her only close friend. Hearing this, Seanmei's nose tingles with emotion. Right now, her friend is the only person she can trust. Suddenly, Seanmei sees her husband looking very handsome, apparently waiting for someone. She immediately hangs up the phone. Then a woman walks toward her husband. That person is exactly her friend. The two act incredibly familiar with each other, as if they're the actual married couple. Seanmei is completely stunned. At the afternoon product launch, Seanmei keeps replaying the scene of her husband and friend together. She has to take a break halfway through. At this moment, she runs straight into Lucen. She's so startled she immediately grabs the railing, trying to slowly back away, but Lucen immediately follows her, demanding to know if she's hiding something. Seanmei says nothing and turns away, fleeing like she's escaping. That night, it's pouring rain. Seanmei walks the streets like a lost soul, thinking back to her stepfather who worked hard to raise her, her husband who actively helped her, and her co-workers. Now they've all betrayed her. There's an indescribable pain in her heart. She kneels on the ground and sobs. Just as Seanmei has managed to calm down, she receives a text message, warning her that it's dangerous for a woman to be alone on the street. This means someone is watching her from nearby. Seanmei is instantly overwhelmed by fear and helplessness. She scrolls through her contacts but realizes there's no one she can turn to for help. While she's at a complete loss, a masked figure appears behind her. Seanmei is so terrified she turns and runs. She hasn't taken 2 steps when she slips and falls to the ground. The scene cuts away. Lucen is sitting beside an unconscious Seanmei. Soon her husband also arrives at the hospital. Then her stepfather shows up too. All 3 men appear deeply concerned about her. Seanmei wakes up. She clearly understands that Lucen, her stepfather, and her husband all want her dead. She secretly decides in her heart that it's time to fight back.
두고 봐. 이 지옥 당신들도 똑같이 느끼게 해줄게.